You're watching CBS 12 News, the one to turn to.
We are being lied to, our freedoms are being taken forever, and I will not be muzzled like a mad dog.
I see any of you without a mask on, I will personally call the police on you.
It's all agenda driven. And I'm not going to wear a mask. I just can't.
We can keep people from being dead by simply wearing a mask. We're not asking you.
Thanks for joining us at 3. I'm Luli Ortiz. First record shattered. Florida adding nearly 9,000 cases of COVID-19 overnight. Now, this comes as several counties in our area are debating mask mandates. Now, here's a check of the numbers statewide. Overnight, 39 deaths were added, bringing the total to nearly 3,500 people dying from COVID-19. And of the nearly 52,000 tested yesterday, 17% were positive. Across the state, there is now over 122,000 cases. Now, a mask order for Indian River County begins on Monday, but this will only be for businesses and it will only be in place for unincorporated areas. So Vero Beach is not included here. Now, it's only for employees of businesses that serve the public. It's not for the customers or the general public. In Martin County, they have decided to make mask mandate for public buildings. And while the mandate passed, they have to draft an emergency order first. Health officials gave a grim update. Now, there have been a rise in pediatric admissions to hospitals with COVID-19. They say a baby was admitted who tested positive in the last week. And meanwhile, a fierce debate over masks in St. Lucie County. Right now, there are over 1,400 cases in that county. And health leaders say that cases are trending in the wrong direction and more testing is not the only reason.
Have a community, people say that you shouldn't wear a mask because we don't have the science behind it. Yes, it's a long tunnel. We just entered this tunnel. We're just going in this tunnel now. There's going to be a light at the end, but what's that light going to look like? There's going to be vaccines, there's going to be pills. We're not there yet, but we have to prevent somehow.
St. Lucie County will vote on July 1st for masks. Now, due to the surge in cases in Florida, effective immediately, no more alcohol sales at bars across the state. Now, this order is only for standalone bars, not restaurants. Now, most of the state is under phase 2 reopening, meaning that bars are allowed to be open and restaurants are only allowed 50% capacity. Now, we spoke to a bar patrons right before the last call.
I was upset. I want to cry. I don't know what to do with myself now.
Now, bars may still sell sealed containers of alcohol off their premises. Where we're looking live at Palm Beach, a gorgeous day out there, still feeling like record heat in South Florida. When we check in with meteorologist Michael Ehrenberg in a few minutes, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, an update for you now. The northbound lanes of the Roosevelt Bridge are expected to reopen sometime this weekend. The 4 lanes will reopen to car traffic only. No trucks except emergency vehicles. Now, the Florida Department of Transportation says as a result there will be traffic changes in Stewart. Joan Jefferson Way will be closed at US 1 as a result, and the speed limit on the bridge will be taken down to 35 miles per hour. Now, just 2 weeks ago, cracks were found on the southern span of the bridge. It will remain closed until it can be repaired. Ahead at 3 all month long, we have been meeting fathers making a difference in our community. Next, we will meet a man who is using his own sobriety as a way to inspire others.
And beautiful day at the beach here across South Florida. Folks are out there lounging in the sun, but it is hot. We'll take a look at current field site temperatures and let you know what you can expect for your weekend weather coming right up.
Stations, proud sponsors of the CBS 12 News Network, the one to turn to.
Well, it's the last Father's Day Friday of the month. We've been meeting men making a difference here in our community. Let's introduce you to Bradley Liebler. He celebrated 5 years sober last week, and he is the operations manager at Pivot Treatment and Wellness Centers in Lake Park. But most importantly, he is a dad of 2 loving kids. Hey, Bradley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Can you talk about how you have navigated through this pandemic while in recovery?
Good question. Well, to quote some lyrics from a band, Dawes, things happen. That's all they ever do. Whether we're going to go through a pandemic or widespread societal changes, none of it changes what we as recovering addicts need to stay right. Being adaptable is as important to recovery as it is to anything else. Just one example, recovery meetings exist on Zoom and Skype, just like business meetings do. Life can be difficult no matter what, but if we choose to use drugs or alcohols, as a coping mechanism like we have in the past, it will definitely be more difficult. Spend the entire day looking for the next fix.
All right, Bradley, well, we only have one more question for you, and we just want to know, what is your message to fathers out there struggling during this time?
Hang in there. My dad and I were talking about this a few weeks ago, and for generations, parents have been worrying about how to raise and protect their kids in these rapidly changing times, and that kind of anxiety has always existed. It will always exist. It's nothing new, and as long as we raise our kids with love in their hearts, chances are things will be okay.
All right, Bradley, beautiful kids there. And that is Bradley Liebler. He is the operations manager at Pivot Treatment and Wellness Center. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
Okay, hazy, hot and humid weather is the rule for the next several days here across South Florida. As we take a live look from a weather bug cam at the Boca Resort, you can see the brown haze there. That African dust is overhead, and upper level high pressure is squatting right on Florida. Sinking air, compression, hot temperatures out there. Right now, West Palm, it is 89 degrees, feeling like 100 though. With that heat index, 91 in Boca Raton now, 93 steamy degrees Loxahatchee. Jupiter, you're 85. We're looking at 90 in Stewart and 90 in Vero and 91 there in the Sebastian area. Feels like, though, upper 90s to low 100s across the area. Feels like 105 in Royal Palm and 106 there in Okeechobee City. On radar, as we've been predicting over the last few days, just about nothing on radar. A few showers east of the Hutchinson Island area. Storms are out west of the lake, and that's where they're going to stay through the late evening and overnight hours. We head on into your Saturday, just a chance for a brief shower or storm. Otherwise, mostly sunny, hazy, hot conditions will be continuing. We see highs tomorrow, once again, reaching on into the low 90s. And then we see similar weather as we head on into your Sunday. Thing is, the weather's going to be nice. Rain chances on both Saturday and Sunday, only 10%. 30% chance for a shower on Monday. Scattered showers and storms return Tuesday, and especially next Wednesday and Thursday, with highs dropping down into the upper 80s. CBS 12 News at 3:30 starts in a few minutes.